This is the Conrad Alert. Civil defense information will be broadcast at 6:40.
West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello.
Y2K, how can we prepare?
Stop a few of their machines and radios. Throw them into darkness for a few hours.
We are fighting for our lives. My family must survive.
Oh, for 5 years. 1,000 gallons of gas, air filtration, water filtration.
Coming at you from the frozen tundra that is East Central Alberta, Canada, streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Rumble, and Odyssey. Welcome back to the workshop where we create community, find freedom, promote preparedness, and share success. I am Toolman Tim. Today is April the 9th, 2023, and this is episode 288 of the Workshop Podcast. You got a quick little glimpse of our guests that are coming on here in just a minute. We are, how do you want to put it? We're going to do a tech episode this evening, so I guess it's apropos that we ended up with some tech gremlins before we got started. So let's get the announcements out of the way. Tech time with Brian. That's exactly what it's going to be. Real quick, 16 days from today, I'm going to be at the Living Free in Tennessee Spring Workshop, April 27th to 29th. $500 for the weekend. It's going to be a blast. It's basically 4-ish days. Oh, poor Brian just dropped off in the background again. Poor guy's having some trouble tonight. $475 you pay in Bitcoin. That includes all your meals, your camping, and of course access to all the incredible presentations that are going to happen. So it'll be a good time. Tickets, there are still a few tickets available at livingfreeintennessee.com. That's the easiest way. Number 2, just got a shout out to our latest Patch of the Month Club member. I won't give away their name, of course, but they joined up last night after the show. I appreciate that. And like I said, patchofthemonth.co. If you want to support the workshop and what I do, let's pick up one tonight. How about, we'll show you this one again. Shoot, shovel, and shut up. That is actually a saying from the premier of Alberta from years ago. I love that one. But here's the thing. One thing I forgot to mention, quite often I throw some extras in the package. It's been stickers, been an extra patch that came from Chris Dixon. And last month, I actually sent out a small little piece of silver to each and every member. So anyway, patchofthemonth.co, $10 a month, $100 a year, plus you get added to a super secret email list. So from there, right. And one more. This is Sunday night. So we now have a second official sponsor, and that is Mrs. Amy Dingman of A Farmer's Kind of Life. You can check her out at farmerskindoflife.com. She has the podcast. She has the Farmer's Papers. She's a good friend, and she was an inspiration for me to get into podcasting and content creation. So make sure you give her some workshop love. Most of you probably already follow her and already know who she is. But go over to Farmer's Kind of Life and follow her on all the platforms. And finally, today's tool is the Twisted Metal Safer Barbecue Brush. Quite a few years ago, well, about 3 now, I went on a mission to find a better barbecue brush, and this was the one. It's twisted so the little shards of metal don't break off and end up, piercing your intestine and having a really bad day in what I've known people it's actually happened to, so it kind of sucks. Anyway, links in the description today if you want to check that out. I've been using it for, just about 3 years now. And I also found out that the lighter that I've recommended for a couple of years is no longer available. So it looks like back to the drawing board to test them out. So with that, let's just make sure we get everybody here. Hey, folks, how are you?
What's going on?
Hey, good. How you making out, Brian?
I'm super laggy, so I don't know.
So far, no, that was me. I did that. I was trying to shrink everybody down a little bit there, but it didn't really work. So that's all right. Brian looks like he's
super
a little bit
laggy. I don't know what'll happen today.
That's okay. Well, we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. If not, we'll just bullshit our way through. No, not really. So
we'll just make fun of you when you can't hear us.
Yes, that's okay. So is that kind of a byproduct of the whole Starlink thing?
I don't know.
Just one of those things.
I came in from outside a little earlier, and my computer, my microphone, my camera, everything was on the floor. So the dogs must have hooked a cable of some sort and yanked everything on the floor. So is it a byproduct of Starlink? Maybe.
Maybe not. That's okay. Well, I meant to mention before we got started, tonight is James' second episode. You were on quite a while ago, James, and we talked about the ins and the outs, the ups and the downs of electric vehicles. That was a good one. And Brian, I think this ties you for the lead. This is your fourth appearance on the Workshop podcast. So either you're tied with Prepper Dad, Ryan Buford, or you just surpassed him. I got to check. I think you might be in the lead now, so we'll give you that. How's that sound?
Yeah, but I've been on NOSTR longer, so I win.
That way. Did you say nostrils?
No.
Yeah. So tonight we got an interesting show. You know what I'm going to do? Because Brian's going to be doing most of the talking. I'm going to move him up there. I'm going to hide my face down here. There we go. How's that? There. So James reached out to me a while ago and he's like, hey, I'd like to come back on. And I know sweet shit all about almost anything decentralized, peer-to-peer, any of that stuff. And he's like, I think we should get Brian to come on as well. And
I don't know why you picked me. I don't know shit.
I don't either. I was like, you know what? I think I'd prefer Renegade Butcher, but he said Brian. So I said, what the fuck?
Well, that other guy's an asshole. He's a bigger asshole than I am. So I'm just slightly less of an asshole.
That is very true. Yes.
I was actually going to bring up, if he's in the chat, we could probably bring him in too. But
I mean,
he's always around.
He's more than welcome to, for sure.
I don't know if he has internet tonight. I'll shoot him a message and see what he's got going on.
So I was going to mention one other thing, Brian. So this is the first time we've tried this. You're also streaming to your YouTube channel and somewhere else?
Yeah, YouTube and Facebook, and it looks like there's check marks on both, so I think they're going through. I think, so when we did the after party and had Nicole on, she streamed to some of her stuff, and we were getting the comment feeds in the main feed from everything aggregated. So anything, if anybody happens to watch mine, which, I mean, that's unlikely, but they might.
No, I've seen
comments.
You got a couple already. I think so. Here's the cool thing. I was going to mention this to anyone else that that are interested in doing this. They've now added a guest only audio so basically I check the box, and then when you come in, Brian, you can be like, hey, here's my information, and you don't need to log in anymore. And, so it puts a little paperclip next to the icons. So so I can see right now Red Flyer Media, I'm going to guess, is watching from your end. And it looks like Nate Lemaster is as well. So it puts a little paperclip next to their name. So we'll be able to, hopefully, this is better than when we used to, like, Nicole would log into my account and then add her information and then everything would show up. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. Well, and this is cool because with Podmatch and having guests come on, when I set the things up, I reach out and I say, hey, you can stream up to 2 places if you have a StreamYard account. But if you don't have a StreamYard account, here's my referral link because you really should start using StreamYard.
That's awesome. See, always a way to make a little extra money, isn't there?
I guess.
Well, you try. You got to. We're always.
Hey, speaking of Podmatch, I've just a sidebar. I know you signed up, but I've made enough so far interviewing guests that I have 3 free months worth of credit built up for guesting account.
So what you're telling me is I should probably, since I'm paying for it, log in and actually use it at some point.
It'd probably be worth the time you put into it. Let's just
once I get back to LFTN, I'm booked into almost May for into May for guests. So I need to, I got to get on there and frig around with it, so.
It's fun. It's different. It's if you're lacking for guests or you just want to go that route, it's really nice to just streamline it that way because with the calendar and everything built in.
There we go. So yeah, Gingerbread's in from yours as well with a paperclip. So that works. That's cool. So James, tell me everything you know about peer-to-peer, decentralized. What did you come in here to find out, bud?
Brian and Josh have been going back and forth about NOSTR and been bringing in Two Chicks Homestead, Robin Holstead, and I was like, I got a bunch of questions. I know if I need to ask these questions, there's 20 more people that want to ask these questions but won't. So I figured I'd come on, be a total idiot, and everybody could learn.
Nothing wrong with that at all. So, do you want to start with NOSTR, Brian? What do you think? Or where do you want to start?
I mean, I just set up a whole. I uploaded a video this morning. I wanted to get it done before the show tonight, so it's rough. It's a bunch of screen records of the whole process, from zero. Say you have nothing and you want to go on NOSTR and mess around. This would be something you could watch. You could muddle your way through it. I'm going to clip it up and polish it up into different segments, but we cover everything. Everything from setting it up on a web browser, getting a Lightning wallet, setting everything up through the web browser. We do a run through of setting up everything on an Android phone. Josh helped me out with that. And then I set up everything on a iPhone, but just imported it from the stuff I set it up on the web browser because I didn't have two iPhones to mess around and do two recordings. So yeah, that's up on my page. I can drop a link in the private chat here in a second to that video, but I would start by getting an Albi wallet if I was going to do anything starting with NOSTR or anything Lightning. Really, you can do the Lightning tip bot in Telegram. We all use that just because you automatically get it if you're in the chat and somebody tips you. But if you're going out on your own, I like Albi. It's very functional. There's a extension that works with Brave and all the other Chrome-based browsers. So that's really nice. If you're on Android, which I suggest you are because iPhone is trash, you can use Amethyst and do a connection with Albi and do one-click zaps. Like it automatically just withdraws from your wallet. You don't have to like make an invoice and pay. I imagine they'll spread that to iPhone, but the Android guys are just like faster about making that shit work. So
I just want to slide back just a little bit because we'll have people listening to this that are like, what the hell is Nosferatu or whatever we're talking about tonight? And okay, for somebody who's just on Facebook and MeWe and that sort of thing, what's the benefit or why are we interested in this technology?
Why am I interested in it? Because it's it's decentralized. It's blockchain based. It's immutable. There's lots of hubbub about Mark Zuckerberg throttling feeds and making you pay to advertise. Elon Musk is in the news right now because he's like censoring Substack links on Twitter and all the being verified bullshit that you have to pay for. NOSTR is decentralized. It is what it is. It is basically old school Wild West internet run through clients. It's an open protocol run through clients. You make it what you want, but that's deeper into it. That's getting started and using it is more, I think, beneficial because you get immersed in a value for value culture. With NOSTR. Oh, go ahead.
You don't even need a wallet if you don't want to, right? Because I think
no.
Yeah. So you can just do the social end of things without doing the crypto and value for value. But even with it, I mean, I'm not the brightest, bulb in the bunch. And you guys talked me through the whole process in 10 or 15 minutes in Telegram. So
yeah, I think so. Doing the wallet setup, doing a version on web-based, browser-based, and then an Android full install of both a wallet and NOSTR setup, and then also bringing it over into an iPhone. I think my video was a total of 24 minutes. That was with an intro and an outro. So yeah, doing it, like if I were to go one-on-one with you in a Telegram chat or in a StreamYard conference, which I offer crypto consulting for beginners. I don't know jack shit. Like I am like intermediate level at best, but if you're new, I am your guy, because I'm going to talk to you like you're new, not like somebody that knows what the hell they're talking about and been doing it for 15 years. I'm the liaison for the dumb guys, because I was doing dumb guy videos is what I was talking about on NOSTR the other day. But yeah, it's a 10-15 minute thing, and then you're off and running. And I think once you're set up and you're using it, it's really easy to learn after the fact. And that's kind of why we did the down and dirty video. If somebody wants to watch it and muddle their way on and can get that far, they can learn the rest later. They can learn about the decentralized nature of it and how it works and relays and blah and all the jargon after the fact.
So I grabbed the link for everybody that wants it there. Hopefully that shows up.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the NOSTR Albi Blue Wallet setup on Brave Android and iPhone. That's the video?
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Haas wants to know, are we talking about making it monetary or just receiving funds?
Both.
Both, yeah. It's sending and receiving. And you just link a Lightning wallet, right? It all runs, the currency on there is Lightning, correct?
Yep. Bitcoin, it would be off-chain Lightning network, Lightning protocol, Bitcoin. So yes.
And what did you call them? Nodes or servers or
relays?
Relays. So I'm just going to ask because I'm stupid, but does that work like some of the other, like, do you remember when Library first came out and people were like, you can set, is that the idea?
Yeah.
So you're going to have, say, we'll just pick a number, 1,000 relays across the United States. So, the CIA or somebody busts one or something gets shut down or the power's out. In theory, the rest of those relays will keep functioning, right?
Yep. And here's the general idea. So there's all sorts of different clients that you can access NOSTR with. So on iPhone, there's Damus. On web-based, there's Snort. Android, there's a few that I've messed around with. Amethyst, Plebster, Iris. There's a few other ones I think still just in development. And that's the greatest thing. This is all new. This is like you're on the upswing right now, and apps are changing daily. So you download Amethyst and you're on NOSTR and you're saying, hey, I really wish Amethyst would do this. And you make that suggestion, you just throw it out there and tag them on there. The developers are actually on the platform, and in 2 days you might have that feature in it. Like that's where we're at in this right now. So yeah, but with the relays, in the video I show adding relays. So each one of those different clients comes with a default stock set of relays. Well, you can add relays in whatever client you're at. So Josh Renegade Butcher figured out, hey, I'm going to take my Amethyst relays and plug them into Snort, and it's going to work a hell of a lot better. So he just added the feeds that are coming in and out, and everything that's syncing up. He just added the numbers. But say you wanted to use one feed. Say you wanted to use a curated feed that only shows Pokemon shit. Like, I'm sure at some point there's going to be a relay that curates down and only shows Pokemon feeds, and you can subscribe to only that relay, and that's what your feed's going to look like. You're going to curate your own social media experience through relays at some point.
That reminds me of the internet in the mid-90s and IRC, and even a little bit of like the early Nutella clients, that sort of thing, the peer-to-peer sharing. All of that is kind of based on the same platform, the same premise. It's like
coming full circle, man. Like they knew what to do before all of this.
Right.
Now they're just integrating value for value into the system that's been working since the beginning of the internet.
And sorry, James, the other thing that I love about it is that they're all using fucking Lightning now. Because I mean, Lightning is beautiful. I don't know a ton about it, but I know it really, really works. I know it's based on Bitcoin, which for the most part is going to be your gold of crypto. And what I love about that as well is it's not tied to some upstart shitcoin that we have all dealt with previous platforms in the past, right? So I like all of that for sure.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
I've done some transactions there. I've sold some goods there. It's very trust. You have to trust the other person. I sold some mugs for Lightning, and then I went in on the back end and ordered them through. And like Hunter posted in your group today, he got his mug. Yeah, that came from me. We transacted that over NOSTR. I've just posted a picture of the mug and said, hey, if anybody's interested in this, let me know your shipping address. I'll get you an invoice. And boom, the transaction happened for 0 fees, frictionless. And I put the order through and it went to him.
That's cool. I like that.
And I mean, like in reality, if other than a shipping address, it's completely anonymous. It can be.
It reminds me of another platform that may or may not have been shut down a few years ago.
The initials SR, maybe.
Yeah. That could be it. I'm thinking anyway. I'm not.
That guy sitting in jail for like 17 life sentences plus.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, maybe if it had been Lightning, he wouldn't be sitting in jail.
It's possible. Maybe if he didn't leave his computer on while it was sitting at the library. Anyway, so James, what would you like to have? What's the first thing you want to learn tonight?
So right now, all I have is Exodus.
Okay.
So cool. Brian, 10 minutes ago, said start with Albi. So I've got my computer open and my iPhone open right now. You guys are on my iPad. So
go to getalbi.com.
All right.
Okay, so Brian's going to get
ALBY.com.
I don't know if I would put this on share screen, but anyway.
You think I shouldn't? I was just going to ask if I should.
Well, there's one step. I think there was actually only one step in the whole thing that I thought I should black it out, but I really didn't even need to. I don't think. I think it was abbreviated private key, but I wouldn't want anybody's private key shown on a live feed, so I would not share it.
Yeah, no, I won't. I think I spelled it. How do you spell LB?
ALBY.
Okay, I did it right then. So I threw the link up there, guys. So what is LB? Is that a Lightning wallet or is that a custodial wallet?
LB is a whole lot of things to do with Lightning. Josh has actually worked a lot with the developers about some other things, but basically what we'll use Albi for in this instance is creating a Lightning wallet, creating a Lightning address, and they also have a great extension that works with Brave and all the other Chrome-based web browsers. So it makes it so your Lightning wallet is available to anything in the browser. So if you've noticed in some of my or all of my YouTube posts, I have like the little lightning bolt and then my lots at getalbi.com. Jack has like the lightning bolt and Jack at getalbi.com or Jack Spearco at whatever he used. When you open that in a browser that's running the Albi extension, the Albi, it reads that lightning emoji plus the address, and the little extension guy, when you download it, you'll see it's like a little alien head. He's normally yellow. When you're on a page that it recognizes there's a Lightning Pay function on there, it like turns green, and you can seamlessly send Lightning to the address that it recognizes on that screen. So it's a really cool extension, and they're doing a lot of cool shit with web development and Lightning paywalls and shit like that. So
And that's so a Lightning wallet is just a dead simple way to very quickly transfer Satoshis, right? Which is like the cents. I mean, I know this is oversimplification, but the pennies to the Bitcoin dollars, right? In a sense, or the micro or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. If Bitcoin was $1 million, a Satoshi would be a penny.
There you go. So that makes sense.
So, so if you're on getlb.com, you're going to want to hit create. I think it's, hold on, let me pull it up. It's like create account.
It's add browser extension or create account.
Create account.
Okay. And it wants my email address.
Yep. Then you're going to put in an email address, and then the password that you're putting in and choosing is going to be your dashboard password. They're going to ask for another password later in this process. That's going to be the password that's going to unlock your wallet. I say in the video, I jokingly say you should probably make them the same for ease, but if you want to make them different for security, you can, because I've mistyped mine. So, but yeah, so you put in an email address and a password and sign up there. I can see if I can do a new one here.
Does it have a whole bunch of stupid rules for the password?
I don't think so.
I just did one just for the hell of it. So
well, we've got a capital and numbers and stuff. Yeah.
So that was how fast I think anyway. There's my Toolman Tim at getalb.com. It took me all of 30 seconds to sign up. So
yeah, for sure. And then, so you went down and you said, and you did the create Lightning address.
Yeah. Sorry, I jumped ahead. I was looking at it, but yeah.
You jumped ahead, man. That's the next step.
Got an itchy nose there, Brian. Yeah. So yes, I wish I could. It would be nice to share this on the screen so that people are watching, but we will try to.
You can look at that video. I did all the screen shares. Anything that was sensitive enough that shouldn't have been on, I blacked out. So anybody that needs to reference it visually can look at that. And I didn't do a very good job with the voiceover. I was trying to get it done fast. It was like 25 minutes of voiceover, and I'm like,
I will, before I forget, I will include that in at least the audio notes, so I don't forget anyway, to get you. So we'll make sure that video's in there, guys. If anybody's listening and wants to watch it, that'll be the way to check it out, because we definitely don't want to. Yeah, that should be dead simple. It sounds like it anyhow.
Yeah, it's really fast. It's I talked through it really fast. It's a lot of information in the video, but it's super easy process. And I think I was trying to over explain it. So, but where are you at? Where are you at in there, James? Did you get a password figured out?
Yeah, it says receive, send, top up, get your Lightning address. Welcome to Albi. Your account was created successfully. Please check your inbox to confirm your email address.
Yep. So you're going to want to go and confirm that. Tim's got it up there.
I'm not going to go too far, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, after you confirm it in your email, what you're going to do is I add the extension to the browser. So on the screen there, it says next to where you created an account, you can add extension.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There we go.
That would be back to the beginning.
Yep. Just back to that getalb.com. And then at the top there, add extension. It's going to ask you to verify, make sure it's a cool extension. Like, it's not going to wreck your computer. It won't. So you install it. It'll install, and then up in the top corner, there's the little puzzle piece. That's your extensions. It just auto did there. But if you click on the little puzzle piece up in the corner, you can pin that.
Oh, okay.
So then that's the little alien head I was talking about that it popped up there in the extension bar.
Yep.
Okay.
Right there,
now,
guys.
here is where I was telling you, you probably want to make it the same password as you did for your dashboard. Otherwise, you're going to get confused back and forth with two different passwords. Or if you really want to be secure, this is going to be the password that when you try to pay something with your Albi extension, it'll unlock it.
This one will work?
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. If you make secure passwords, you can make the same password twice for the same freaking website. So
let's go back in here.
There's a question if this can be hacked with the extension. If you're keeping more money than you're willing to drop out of your pocket in your Lightning wallet, you're probably wrong.
So yes, I mean, one thing I've picked up is that the fact that, like, I think I heard Jack say it, Lightning is just kind of walking around money. It's kind of the cash that you would take out of your bank account and maybe go to the bar with, or go to a casino or whatever, right?
Yeah. So, well, and that might even be a little excessive. I think that might actually be software wallet wise. Lightning, really, at this point, with Bitcoin at $28,000, I would say I transferred 5,000 Satoshis into my wallet for a demo, and I think that was $1.40.
Right. I have probably way too much.
If somebody hacked my extension with $1.40 in there, rock and roll, man. You can have my $1.40, whatever.
So does this extension act like its own wallet, separate from?
Nope, that is actually just access to the wallet you created when you created that new account.
Okay, that makes sense. So Haas says no. So what I like, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Brian, but Lightning reminds me of a few years ago when people wanted to start micropayments so that you could pay, like, one thing they were really pushing was comic book creators. You know, they could upload their comic every month and you could buy it direct from them for $2.95. But Bitcoin was not practical for that sort of thing. Yep. So somebody was very smart and decided to figure out how to,
This is the answer to how am I going to pay for my coffee and scone with Bitcoin?
Right. Fast, cheap. What else?
Yeah, no fees. It's frictionless. It's hard currency. There's only a limited supply. It is Bitcoin. It makes everything was the argument against Bitcoin go away.
Right. What's he have there? Fountain is a. Now I see tune there of micropayments. Is that what he's supposed? Oh, a ton.
Yeah, a metric shit ton of micropayments. Every minute that you stream a Satoshi is a micropayment.
Right. So then you could connect other wallets as well.
You can. You can connect your Albi wallet to those wallets. So later in that video that I do on the mobile side, we connect Albi with Blue Wallet. I also have connected my Telegram tip bot with Blue Wallet. So when I open my Blue Wallet on my phone, I see my balance on my tip bot. I see my balance in my Albi account. If I want to send a zap on NOSTR, I can pick either one of those out of Blue Wallet. Depending on what I'm using.
Is Blue Wallet a custodial wallet? Or
Blue Wallet is like an aggregator of other wallets.
Okay.
Basically.
All right. I'll chat with you a little more about this afterwards, so I don't take up the whole. So Haas says I have Bitcoin but haven't done any of this yet. So I want to put it out there just so you know.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on one second. Renegade Butcher says you can also connect TipBot to Albi, so you can use your TipBot, your Lightning, your Telegram TipBot in the browser. Like it's like as long as you have all the addresses, they all flow seamlessly. It's like this big web.
It is, yeah. So it Red Flyer, nice to have you. Said I'll have to catch more of this tomorrow, y'all. Said thanks for patiently explaining this over and over again. Eventually it'll make sense. And it will. And I mean, you guys did it for me. Like I said.
Well, we're doing it 3 times this week. I think we're doing it tonight. We're going to try to do it Tuesday night and possibly Wednesday night with a couple different people. Here, Lightning for Liberty on Tuesday night. And I think Wednesday night possibly on the after party if we have somebody else.
Which is great. Why not? I mean, you'll get everybody there. You guys are crypto evangelists or
yeah. We're trying.
So how'd you make out, James?
I am sitting at your Albi wallet is ready. I'm wondering how I've never used Lightning except for spending Josh's money.
Okay, so you got Exodus wallet on your phone
and my computer.
and your computer. Grab your phone.
Okay.
And open your Exodus wallet. We're going to put some of your Bitcoin into Lightning so that you can fund that.
So I'm assuming I would go to receive Bitcoin on Albi?
Nope. Hold on your Exodus wallet. Go on the bottom row. There should be kind of a menu bar that has 4 squares in the bottom right corner.
Uh-huh.
You're going to click on that. And then in that menu, there's going to have it's going to say Lightning.
Yes.
So is the balance in that zeros?
Well, I've never even gone into it, and I have to go through next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're going to need to do is, so this is where you're going to exchange on-chain Bitcoin into Lightning. So that's going to be off-chain, super fast micropayments. So when you get through to the main screen, it'll probably say 0. Below that, it'll say withdraw deposit. You're going to want to deposit.
Okay.
And it'll give you a slide bar. Maybe put $5, $10.
Yeah, it wanted to put way more than I was willing to.
Oh yeah. I would just do like $5, $10, something like that, whatever it'll let you. And then add. And then that will exchange that into Lightning inside Exodus.
The address is invalid. What?
Oh, did you put receive or deposit?
I put deposit. I go to $5. And then I say add. And it says my address is invalid.
Interesting. So when I do deposit, it gives me a sliding scale. And then when I hit add, it just adds it to my Lightning wallet. Interesting. There's no really address. You're on iPhone, right?
Oh, yeah. So I click on Lightning.
That's okay. We can. I mean, that is that portion important getting set up on NOSTR?
When I say receive, it says fail to generate invoice.
No, you need to use the deposit function because it's coming from your Bitcoin balance in Exodus. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, that's not really necessary. I can work with you after the fact on that, but no, that isn't necessary to do on NOSTR unless you wanted to send something to somebody. So you're still on your desktop, right?
Yeah, on my desktop I've got Albi open.
Okay. Open a new tab and go to snort.social. SNORT.social.
It just makes me laugh every time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it is what it is.
It is asking me to log in.
Or below it, does it say create a new account?
It says 1 new note, 2 new notes. There's Breed Global from Snort. I don't know.
That's okay.
Let me log out here.
If I can click on login, and then in login it says create an account, generate a key.
There you go. There you go. Yep. Create. Yep. There it is.
So that'll be it right there.
Well,
all looks like AI images.
Oh yeah, they all.
My mnemonic phrase says enlist and stay still. Really? Really?
So I would transfer all of the information on those screens to maybe Bitwarden or password manager or a notepad or something.
My mnemonic phrase is enlist and stay still. The economy is great. You can't make this up. I'd point the camera at it, but my private key's up.
Don't. I was going to say don't. Yeah. Did we lose Brian? Uh-oh.
Possibly.
There he is. Hey, there he is. You just, everything
so
was.
I copy it and paste it. I don't know what to do here.
Sorry, I hung up a little bit.
That's okay. You're good now. So he generated the key, got into creating an account, and where does he go from there?
I would copy and paste all those. So your public key, your private key, and your mnemonic phrase into a password manager. If you don't have a password manager like Bitwarden, I put them on a notepad or something so you have access to them. Private key and mnemonic phrase are going to be used. The private key is going to be used to log into other clients. So if you set it up on the web browser and then he wants to go and use a client on his iPhone, he'll use that private key to log in and everything will be transferred over. It's like your master account number, I guess.
Yes, because I set it up on iOS first, my phone, and then I just copy and pasted that private key into what is it, Snort or whatever, and it worked good. And
I find Snort is really an easy interface to set everything up with. It's easy to upload a profile picture, a banner, put in your Lightning address. I think the interface is really nice, regardless if you're Android or iPhone. It's all on a web browser, so it's all the same. So explaining it, getting it set up, and doing it all one way, and then say, okay, now I have it set up. I never have to use the web browser again. I just need to take my private key and put it into Amethyst on Android or Damus on iPhone. And now the instructions have been done all one way on a web browser.
Makes sense.
That's how I looked at it. Instead of doing 17 instructions on 17 different clients, let's just pick one that everybody can use, regardless of platform, and then use your private key to populate that anywhere you want to use it.
Yeah, that's what I couldn't believe how simple it was. And I just realized that Snort is just a rearranging of NOSTR. So that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys are very
that kind of brain. I get it. I dig it. So I should mention that the mnemonic phrase or whatever may or may not have been read out loud by the person signing up their wallet when you logged out. So probably not a big deal. But
I didn't read the whole thing.
Good. Okay.
I mean, if it's not the whole thing, that's the thing about NOSTR is if somebody gets your private key, there's no tech support. There's no calling Facebook and saying, "Hey, somebody hacked my account." This is like big boy. You got to take care of your shit. Nobody's there to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, because you're up. You keep your key in your safe at home or wherever. That's it. It's the only place.
Aaron was wondering yeah. Go ahead, Tim.
Oh, I learned it the other day, but it's in my. If you happen to see the thumbnail for today's, what is it? Notes and other stuff transferred by relays. I don't know how the hell I remembered that, but anyway, there you go, Aaron. 2 points for Tim tonight.
And there's a big controversy right now if it's NOSTR, 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 NASTR,
GIF,
Yeah, exactly. Like Bitcoin. You mess up and there's consequences.
Yeah. So is self-custody, social media, guys, just like Bitcoin. And
James is starting to throw shit.
Yep, he got him pissed off. So this is going to be tech support with Brian tonight, And it's going to be like, remember that viral video from years ago? The guy stands up from his office desk and takes the keyboard and beats the shit out of his monitor.
Yep.
That's where James is heading here right away. He'd be like, Gingerbread Farms, frig that. This is beating the shit out of it, Farms. Here we go. All right. How you doing, James?
I'm all right. What I'm still trying. I'm wondering what's going on with Exodus is what I'm doing. Well, so I copied my 3 keys, and now my computer doesn't want to load my Exodus wallet on the computer. So.
I don't think you can do it on the computer. I think it's got to be on the phone. I think it's a mobile only function.
Well, so I can click. I have.
Anyway, Josh says you can fund your Albi with your
my
Lightning tip top. So yeah, we can do that. We can do that at some point.
So I'll click on I have saved my keys, continue, and username.
Tim, I tried to go to your property today.
Yeah, how'd that go?
We drove around. There's no signal.
No. So we'll have to see. Maybe get
so you dropped me a pin, and the Google Maps from the direction we were coming took me on the back side of it, on the side that the easement road doesn't come off of.
Oh, now I understand what you were saying. Sure. Yeah, of course it did.
So if I was coming from the other direction, it would have taken me on that road that drives past the easement road. But we were on the south side of the plot, and there's no easement on that side. So we just drove past, and I was like, it's right there. I can see the dot on the screen, but I don't know how to get there.
So I should have dropped you pin on the entrance to the easement road. Yeah, where it comes
entrance to the easement road, and then probably it'd actually be 2 pins. It'd be the entrance to the easement road, and then but I got it all mapped out. No worries.
It's going to be fun. I can't wait to actually see it. Yeah, soon. It's coming, man. We're fuck, this time's flying. But anyway,
dude, tomorrow or Tuesday, I'll send you pictures. Don't worry.
I appreciate it.
So it wants me to get an identifier. But I don't have 50 sats because I haven't.
Nope, you don't need to do that. Nope. So what that is when you have your name there, you're going to have. So we'll go through what is called NIP-05 certification with your Albi wallet. It will actually, instead of saying James at snort.social or whatever they're trying to sell you for 50,000 sats, yours is going to say Gingerbread Farms at getalbi.com. Whatever the address that we made up, you're going to be able to certify using Albi. Albi's a recognized player, so you can skip that whole process.
Okay. And then Twitter, I don't have Twitter.
Well, you're gonna love NOSTR then if you don't have Twitter.
I've never had Twitter.
That's okay.
Well, welcome to Twitter, but better.
But everybody said that Elon was going to be the savior of Twitter.
Now it just says done.
Yeah, you're done, man.
Done or dumb?
So what did you put in? So when you were filling out your profile, when it said Lightning address, did you put in the one you made up on Albi when we were setting that up?
It didn't ask me for that.
Silence.
Oh man, hold on. James messed it all up now.
That's okay.
So go to your profile, click on the upper right-hand corner, the little circle there.
Okay.
Go to settings.
Yep.
Go to profile.
Uh-huh.
Scroll down, and you should see LN address at the bottom.
Everything is blank.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're going to want to put in whatever Albi address that we made in LN address. So whatever you picked, I'm guessing Gingerbread Farms at getalbi.com or something to that effect.
Yeah, I'm guessing, but I want to make sure. So how do I check what it is at Albi?
So go up to your little alien head and click on it, and it should be listed right there. Did you add the extension when we were talking about
I
that?
added the extension. It says 0. It says Albi, getalbi.com, blah, 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 send, receive, outgoing, incoming.
Up in the top, does it say like Gingerbread Farms at getalbi.com?
No, it just says Albi, getalbi.com.
Hold on one second. I have to log into mine.
It says receive, account, settings. Let's go to settings. See what the settings say. Camera.
Oh, no, you're not up in the extension. I'm sorry. So up in the upper right-hand corner, there should be a little yellow alien head.
Uh-huh.
Click on that.
I click on that, and it says Albi. It's got a picture of something. Getalbi.com, 0 sats, $0, send, receive, outgoing, incoming, no transactions.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, up at the top, is there a little safe, and it says like Ginger right above the 0? Does it have an address like
to the left? It just says Albi, getalbi.com.
Interesting. Okay, go over to your web tab where you were at getalbi.com.
Okay.
And log in.
Get buzzing transactions. It says I am in. Discover websites, send, receive, transactions, accounts, Albi.
Okay, go to settings.
Name Albi.
Do you see payments, wallet, settings across the top?
Discover websites, send, receive, transactions.
I am in a different... Oh, okay. So read your menu bar. Does it say Chrome, extensions?
Yes.
Close that. Open a new browser tab and type getalbi.com.
All right. I closed all the Albi tabs. And
there you go.
Getalbi.com.
One's an extension. Chrome opens extensions in a browser tab. So that's actually the extension settings and not your...
Oh, okay.
Okay, so do I click on account now?
So you'll go to your dashboard. You'll see payments, wallet, settings.
No, when I go to getalbi.com, it was get the extension or create an account. Well, here's
no, up in the corner there should be login. I'm sorry.
It says I'm okay. It says when I click on dashboard, it says I can log out.
Okay.
Payments, wallet, settings, log out.
Okay, go to settings.
Account settings, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Gingerbread Farms at Gmail. Gingerbreadfarmsmi@gmail.com is the email address.
That's your email address, not your wallet address. I'm sorry. You need to go to wallet, and then it'll say Lightning address.
Go to wallet. Show your credentials. Don't share.
Nope. So wallet should say 0 sats, receive, send, top up. And then under that, it'll say Lightning address. And it should say whatever you
I've got a custom key, a custom value, and a node address. Example to tag your RSS feed.
Yeah, that's way below what I'm looking at. Scroll up to the top.
Okay. At the top, it's send, receive, or top up.
Okay, right below that, does it say Lightning address?
Nope. Wallet connection credentials. Use the Albi, blah, blah, blah. Show your connection credentials.
Did you not make a Lightning address in that step? Tim, did you jump him right over that? Tim jumped right over that step.
How did I do? So when I say show your connection credentials, it brought up a QR code and an IND hub with a bunch of letters and numbers at getalbi.com.
Josh has it in the notes or in the He didn't set it up.
That's okay.
Setting.wallet, he says.
Hang on here. So, like, yeah, what it should look like if it was set up would be like mine, toolmantim at getalby.com. And when you go in there, there's a drop-down arrow at the top, and it'll say switch account for mine, and you will see your email address right there with a little orange check mark next to it. And that's where it would be if it were set up, but it maybe didn't get, sounds like we didn't quite knock it home on that one.
He jumped right over it.
So how do I do it now? SOL?
Yeah, you're screwed.
We'll just start a new one after. We can. You'll have to basically start LB over again, right, Brian?
Well, probably not, but I just don't know. I don't know how to go back in on the other side. I'm guessing Josh has done this. I've never had to go in after setting it up and figure out how to get that.
So what if what if I bring up, hang on here just a second. Let me share.
Get your username and lightning address. Let's try that. Okay, create your lightning address.
There you go. That's exactly what you need to do.
Look at him go.
It's like called stupid luck. It's called it's absolutely stupid luck. Gingerbread Farms MI at getalby.com, hopefully.
There you go.
He got it. See, it was just the good luck
create,
that did it.
Create address. So now your lightning address is Gingerbread Farms MI at getalby.com. Getalby.com /P/ Gingerbread Farms MI.
Copy and paste that.
That will be the website that you just read with the /. That is a landing page that you could give out that someone could go and just deposit Lightning into your Lightning address. So your Lightning address is Gingerbread Farms MI at getalby.com. And that website you read off is your landing page that you could literally give to somebody. They could go and send you Bitcoin.
Like this right here. That's really cool. I like that. So you could just, so getalby.com /toolmantim. So I'm going to, I'm trying to keep these links. So for everybody knows, I think it was Haas that asked to make sure they all get put in the in the show notes. So far, so good.
So now you're going to take that Gingerbread Farms. You're going to go back to the snort where we left off, and you'll in the LN address, and in the NIP5 address, you're going to put your Lightning address. That Gingerbread Farms MI at getalby.com.
I should have waited a day or two and set up an account while I had you on here too, so we both could have done it. Haas says that seems easy, and it's not bad. It really, really isn't that bad.
For my LN,
there's only really one other thing you got to do.
For my LN and for my NIP address.
Yep. And while you're on that screen, nope, it's not on that screen. When you get it all filled out, however you want, so your name, your display name, your little blurb about your website, and then you get that your Lightning address in the NIP5 and the LN. You'll hit save, and then click on your profile again, the circle in the top right corner, and just copy your public address. So it'll be the long string that starts with npub underneath your profile. There should be a you can copy it. So you'll take that, and now you'll go over back to where we were dicking around in Alby. You'll go to settings, account settings. Oop, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me find it. Profile settings. Yes, profile settings. So settings. Profile settings, and at the bottom it says NOSTR address NIP5 identifier. You'll paste your public key in there, and then click Update Your NOSTR Public Key.
Okay.
And
Done.
after it gets some time to run through the relays, that will give you a verification check mark on your NOSTR profile. So that's basically verifying you are who you say you are. I have put this Albi wallet in. I have gone and put my public key into my Albi backend dashboard, and they're telling each other they match. So that's the verification process. You can do that through your own website. It's a convoluted process. You can pay someone to do it for you, or you can get Albi and do it just like that.
So this is something I hadn't done either. So public key, yep, that's fine to show, isn't it?
Yeah.
So here we are. So just 1 sec. I'm just going to hide this for a second, guys. I just want to make sure I'm not showing something here I shouldn't. So, okay. Let's bring up the screen right there. So now I'm still using my Wallet of Satoshi email address, but that's neither here nor there. But you click there, that copied, that is my public key right there. Go to Albi. We're just going to redo it again anyway. There it is. Update your public NOSTR key, Brian.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's as long as you have that Albi address in your NIP5 settings.
And I don't think so. I need to go in. I'm gonna frig around with that afterwards, but I wanted to see if I knew what the process was.
As long as in your NOSTR profile, your NIP5 address is your Albi address, and you post that public key in your Albi backend, they will match up and get you your verification.
So I need to use my Albi there, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Instead of also in the LN, I can eliminate.
No. Well, if you want your payment, the LN address is where your Zaps go to. So if you want to aggregate it all in your Albi wallet, then you would put your Albi address in the LN address. If you want it to go to your Wallet of Satoshi, you put it in your Wallet of Satoshi.
I want it to go to my Wallet of Satoshi for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Get Albi in there. Where do I save? Probably at the bottom where I need to scroll past my private key. So
yeah, I think so.
Okay, hang on. Save. Yeah, it doesn't actually show it all, but it shows a lot of it. So
yeah, it's got the middle 8 or 12 missing.
Yeah. Okay, so now it says here. Let me bring it back up, and I'll show you guys. I'm trying to make this as understandable. So, Toolman Tim at getalbi.com with a check mark next to it. Is that what we want?
Yep.
Okay. And what does that?
It's basically, it shows that you're kind of a verified person. Like, you could really sign up for NOSTR, put anything you want in there. This is basically saying, yep, I've gone through the process. I've set up the wallet. Everything matches. I have access to both ends of this. I could literally go in and put Toolman Tim at albi.com. And yeah, the Zaps will go to you, but I could post whatever the fuck I want on there.
Right.
So this is like Tim Cook at gmail.com.
Right. That makes sense. And Renegade says the NIP5 is the most complicated part and it's easy. Yeah.
Correct.
And if you're just listening to this, I can understand if you're getting bogged down. Take a minute, come on and check this out and watch Brian's video, because it really, like, we just spent an hour talking about 4 steps that probably, once you see it done, should only take 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, at that, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, James is over there struggling, but he eats crayons, so.
That's true. How'd you make out, James? Did you make some headway?
Oh, I just contacted Exodus about the I can't get lightning from my Bitcoin.
Good luck.
So what is your favorite color?
The green ones are the best.
The green ones? Do they taste like mint?
No, they taste like green.
They taste like green.
I like because they give my teeth a good shine. You know, when I walk, I smile. I can. Sometimes I'll mix it up. I'll do green and red at the same time, especially at Christmas. Yeah.
Any Marine knows if you eat a yellow crayon and a red crayon, you'll have some motivated shit.
What else did we have on the list for you there, James?
Well,
pretend
we
that's
were
not-
hoping to be able to get lightning, but so that's not working.
Well,
So
you're
I
getting
am
close.
on.
Well,
so I'm
Well,
on
here you go.
now,
Here,
but I don't-
James, I want you to try something. So do you have a Telegram desktop?
Yeah.
So go to your Albi wallet and hit receive. So the little extension guy where it drops down, hit receive, put in like 100 Satoshis.
It goes so wallet receive address blah 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 on chain Bitcoin only send.
No. In Albi, in the Albi extension. So the little alien head in your web browser.
Okay, amount 100 sats message option.
Yeah,
That's
say
the send,
100.
that's the send Satoshis. That would
I want you to receive.
yeah.
Says there are funds in there. Can I send him money?
No, I want him to pull it from his tip bot.
Okay.
So do I.
So if you go to receive and then 100
Receive okay, amount 100.
and then description is optional, who is sending the payment, whatever, it doesn't matter. So you're going to hit create invoice.
Got it.
It's going to bring up a QR code and it's also going to have like the copy.
Yeah. So click copy.
So hit copy. Now go to your Telegram and open TipBot. So where like it's listed as one of your chats, it's TipBot.
Yeah, I'm in TipBot.
So paste that in a conversation, like you're going to send a message to the TipBot.
Oh my goodness. And then
It's a
send
long ass string. Hit send.
Do you want to send a payment of 100 sats?
Correct.
Preparing payment sent.
Now go
There you
back
go.
to your Albi, and you should have 100 sats there.
So I go to Albi and no transactions yet.
Yeah, give it a second.
Well, now it says I have 1,100 sats. So Tim must have sent me 1,000.
Somebody said, no, I think Josh did. He's messing in the
There we go. So now you did it. It was that fucking easy. Well, not
But
bad.
that's how you would transfer Satoshis from one of the multiple ways you would get Satoshis from your tip bot into your Albi wallet.
So now we have, and now Albi is linked to his NOSTR or NOSTR. Right?
Well, yeah. So Albi is on the receive side of his NOSTR in the web browser, and well, actually, anywhere. If somebody zaps him on a post on NOSTR, it will go into his Albi wallet.
Okay, so Haas wants to know. Yes. So where was that in Telegram?
So if you
go ahead
have
and explain it.
If you have Telegram and you are in Tim's group, I'm pretty sure you're in Tim's group, right, Haas? Yeah.
What is your Telegram handle again, Haas? I know it, but I can't remember it. Good luck trying to, yeah. If you can hear it, because then I'll just send him a little bit on there and he can get a feel for it.
But yeah, anyway, in Telegram, if you have ever received a tip or send a tip through Lightning Tip Bot, you will have a conversation open with the tip bot. So it looks like I can't actually bring this up. Sorry. But it will be like at Lightning Tip Bot. And you can click on that. It shows your balance. There's help menus, all sorts of stuff. But basically, it's a conversation with a Lightning wallet in Telegram.
So So say I wanted, so it's he's Ron Cole Jr. over there. So if we want to tip somebody, is it slash tip?
Backslash tip, yeah.
Yep. And then is it at or is it a space?
Space.
Space.
You have to reply to a message.
Right. I always forget that every single time. Let's see if we can find him in there.
Should be able to just search.
Yeah. And that's all there is. So basically, that works like a Lightning wallet that's just in the background that if anybody's ever tipped you, you have it.
Yeah, it's not like a Lightning wallet. It is a Lightning wallet.
Right. Good point.
So I found Josh, but in search I said Renegade Butcher. How do I follow him? How do I?
So if you click on his profile circle, it'll bring up his profile, and it should say follow on the right hand side.
There we go.
Hey.
And if you actually, before you leave, it can be kind of laggy on that because of the relays. It's like old school. So it has to send relays. It's got to be pinged back and forth, and then got to come back to you through all the relays and verified. So it could take a second. But while you're on Josh's profile, if you go to follows, and you click on that, there should be a button that says follow all. So if you like Josh and the type of things that he's into, you can literally go in and follow everybody that Josh follows.
Okay, I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to bring my account up.
Okay, I don't know that I found Josh. I found NPub 1G. Oh, they're all.
Yeah, it'll take a second for it to load in.
So let's pick Aaron, for instance. So this is Aaron from Two Chicks Farms.
Yep.
Nice eggs, by the way. Those are good. Now, so here we go. So this will be followers or following, right?
Yep.
So if I go to following, this will show everybody. Oh, what is that doing in there, Aaron? Oh my goodness. Let's just scroll up. No, just kidding. So, and right there. So if you can see that, there's the follow all button. So that means
you can go to the follows too, who she follows and who she's following.
Yep. So I can go in there and unfollow Renegade Butcher. So that would be good. Yep. The unfollow Lots project, and this ugly fellow.
Sure. That guy posts nothing but trash.
Yeah, just friggin' crypto spammer. Yep. The
Dixon.
The Dixon the way. Yep. We'll get rid of him while we're at it.
All he does is post Dixon pics.
That's true. Well, I mean, that is his name, right?
The first person I'm going to follow is Erin because she's the only one I recognize on here. I see Chris Dixon, the Dixon Way. I see Robin, number 1.
Yeah, I went through again last night and realized there was way more people in there.
Why is Chris in here twice?
Just to mess you up.
The Dixon Way at getalby.com and the Dixon Way at Current Tips.
Because he probably set up 2 accounts.
That's what I was thinking. That gives you a shit post account, so you can shit post. Yeah, no, just kidding.
So, and that was funny. I was like, hey, Josh, would you, so when we were prepping for this, and the whole reason I put that video up was I needed to figure out how to do this shit on iPhone because I don't use an iPhone, but I have an old burner iPhone that I have a spare crypto wallet on. It's actually the wallet I'm accumulating my Fold rewards in separately from everything. I'm like doing a little test run to see how many I can accumulate in a few years. But it's just this old iPhone that Corey had because she uses them. That she got a new one and she just had it, so I held on to it. I put a wallet on it, and I was like, well, I can use it on Wi-Fi, so I can do this from zero. I can create a new user on my computer that has nothing logged in. I can set up a Lightning wallet. I can set up all the shit on a browser-based. I can do screen records. I can do it on the phone, on the iPhone. And I was like, shit, I don't have a burner Android because I beat the shit out of my phones. And when I get a new phone, it's because I can't use mine anymore. Like it breaks. That's when I need a new phone. So I don't have any old Androids. And I was like, what am I going to do? Like, I'm an Android guy. I need to know how to do this. And I set it up. I couldn't get screen records because I'm not going to log out all my shit. I'm just not going to do it. And I said, hey, Josh, you got a burner phone? And the dude had one. So he was willing to go through. And so he did a yeoman's job of doing everything I did in the browser. He did on a phone, recorded it for me. And I put it in the video, and then he pulled it out and did another voiceover and posted it all over social. So there's plenty of step-by-step guides on how to set this shit up.
Nice. And it's not so. I know we've explained it a bunch tonight, but it's really not nearly as bad as it seems. And if you're thinking, should I? Well, There's something to be said about being on the bleeding edge of something like this, isn't it, Brian?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, let's talk about Robin Holstein. She kind of goes around and Telegram posts her morning message in all our groups. Basically, temperature report from West Virginia, whatever. Good morning, ha ha ha. Whatever she has to say, and she posted on Snort the other day, or on NOSTR. And Jack Dorsey, I mean, that guy, he's nobody. He zapped her 1,000 sats or something like that.
Yeah, and for those who don't know,
who Jack Dorsey is, just Google him.
Yeah, he may or may not have founded Twitter. I don't,
I mean,
maybe,
yeah. In like Cash App and Square and yeah,
yeah, and yeah. So it's interesting. It's pretty cool, and like you said, two things that I have found early on. Well, a few, but you have access to everybody who's on there when it's this when a platform's new. I'm going to slide back. Let's talk about Float, because it wasn't completely a disaster, right? We all know that.
I met Josh. So you said you talked about when you did your Float episode,
right?
How valuable Float was. And as I was listening to that episode, I was sitting in Texas, and it would have never happened if it wasn't for Float Fest, for people meeting through Float. And that's how I met Josh.
Right.
Online. That's why I spent 4 months in Texas learning how his business worked, interacting with him, bonding with him, and making a friendship I'll have for the rest of my life was through Float. So, I mean, yeah, they can fuck off with all their coins and their tokens and all their fucking bullshit and all the shit that went on, whether it's legit or was fucked up or whatever it was. I don't care, because I made valuable connections, and I just spent the last 4 months building on that in Texas.
Right. That's exactly. And that, because getting in on some of these platforms early on is a way to supercharge your growth or get a lot of exposure for, and so here's the thing. The downside is almost non-existent and the upside is infinite. So you go on here. Okay, for instance, I mean, I don't think this is going to happen, but who knows if it does? If NOSTR fell apart in a month, or, I know it's designed not to, but if it did, whatever, what did you lose? Almost nothing.
10 minutes.
10 minutes to sign up and an extra 10 seconds to post all your shit there each morning. I've added
NOSTR. Wonky. I mean, it's wonky. You have to, if you're doing a post, and this is all going to smooth out. This is all bleeding edge shit. But right now, if you want to post a picture, you want to do your post and then add your picture at the end. Otherwise, it gets all messed up. Yes, you have to add your picture, and you have to wait for the client to reload and post a link. Not just hit add picture and then it comes back to the screen. So you hit send, and then you'll go to post the next thing, and your image link will be in the next message because it never fully loaded. So there's these little glitchy things that people that are used to Facebook, that are used to MeWe, that are used to Twitter are going to freak the fuck out about. It doesn't work. Oh my God. Like, slow down. Just play with it and have fun with it and figure it out and relax. And you're going to know shit that people in a year that are signing up are using this easy onboard. You're going to know how that actually works.
Right. And you're going to be building the following early on there and getting, yeah.
Well, there's that too. I mean, absolutely. When people go there and they log on and there's a say 10,000 users and you got 100 followers, that looks pretty good. When you join and there's 1 million users and you have 2 followers,
yep.
I mean, there's something to be said for it.
Yeah.
I got Adam Curry Adam Curry follows me on NOSTR, so
he's the Godfather.
That gave me a little bit of envy wood.
What you gonna say, James?
Here's a problem. So I did not find Josh. I found someone who posted his podcast, and when I clicked on that, that's when I found Aaron and Chris and followed them. Then I searched for Lot's project. can't find you, but I found Tim because Tim mentioned you in this podcast, so I followed Tim. I search for Lots podcast or Lots project, I find Tim. I search for, I'm not finding the people I'm looking for. I'm finding people that are related to them.
Yeah, so I would go to Tim's profile or someone you know.
But I go to Tim and I'll go to following and see if I can't find Josh and you that way. But a lot of these are not populating who they are.
Yeah, you need to update you're going to need to update relays.
So
and that's something that I go through in that video, and it's kind of in depth right now. But in the video description of the video I posted, there's a list of relays you're going to want to add in the settings of NOSTR or in the settings of Snort. It just makes it work that much better.
And that's probably going to be what I have to do too, because that's one thing I found so far is the search function has been hit or miss, a little more miss than hit, but not the end of the world. And
if you use public keys, it's so much smoother. Okay. So yeah, if you go to that video and go to the description, Josh's public key and my public key are in that video because we're selfish, and I shared the spotlight with him.
So yeah, these are public keys here that I posted of yours and of Renegade posted of his, right?
Yep.
These weird long. Yeah. So
anything that starts with npub is going to be something you can plug into that search, and it should populate a profile.
Try that. I'm just searching Lots project in the Snort search right now. It's really weird. So like you said, there's probably some need for how it's just kind of. Can you see that spinning its wheels? I don't know why it does that.
Yeah, that's trying to ping off relays, trying to figure everything out.
And of course, I come up because I'm searching on my own thing. So, because the other night,
up on mine.
Oh, there's Jack. Jack shows up, and then Jack, the other
Jack. There's three of them.
Is there? Who's the third? The third one that we.
Jack Spirko, Jack Dorsey, and Jack Maulers.
Okay. So yeah, and then I had Wallet of Satoshi. There's their official.
And so there's this really cool thing that happens like at 4:00 most days. It's called a Zapathon. You go on, and basically it's stress testing the network. And everybody zaps as many times as they can. Zap, if you don't know, is the lingo for sending a lightning payment to a post. So, if you would think about when you go to Facebook and you hit the like button, when you go to NOSTR, you can hit the heart, which is just a like, or you can hit the lightning bolt, which is a like, but you can send them lightning. You can send them Satoshis. You can send them 1. You can send them 1,000. You can send them 1,000,000. You can send them 500. But that's a zap. That's what it's called. So a zapathon is a stress test of the network where everybody goes on and zaps as many times as they can in a half an hour or up to an hour. To see if the network can handle the load of all of those transactions. And the other day, NOSTR crashed Wallet of Satoshi.
Oh, really?
They had enough transactions at the same time that Wallet of Satoshi said, I'm tapping out, and they crashed it. And they're trying to figure out what happened, but that's why they're doing it. So when shit goes sideways on there, when something goes haywire, like I was talking about with the post, if you post and it's all messed up, roll with it, figure it out. It's new, learn, enjoy it, have fun with it. Hashtag copy chain, hashtag pleb chain, hashtag zapathon. Those are some quality hashtags to get into.
When I first started, I mean, this is light years ahead of Float when I first started on Float. I mean, Float wasn't just broken, it was unusable, right? Like I remember that first December, 2-3 years ago when I first got on there were days that you couldn't even access the program. Yeah. sit there and it would just float around and spin and nothing would happen. So,
but dude, it's as simple as if you use Amethyst and you're like, hey, I want to see polls on Amethyst, like they have polls on Twitter and they're going to take them away unless you're verified. Somebody said that like a week ago. The dev is on there. The guy that's doing the code is on there. And the other day they launched polls on Amethyst.
Just that quick.
Like that.
Haas says, yeah, because this may be the new currency. I think talking about Lightning and Bitcoin and at some point. Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing to figure it out right now. No, I don't think it's going to hurt you.
So no. I've got 7 relays, and all it just does is show me, because I'm only using the web-based client. It's got 7 relays, but there's like no way to add one or delete one or whatever.
At the bottom,
there's nothing.
So if you go to settings,
okay,
there's profile. The next one down is relays.
Okay, add relays. Now I see them. Oh,
yep.
Oh, cool.
And then you can copy and paste from that video description. There's like a list of another 14 or 15 that you can put in there that'll make things work a lot smoother.
Man, this is just like old school internet, isn't it? That's so weird. It just reminds me.
Why do you think I'm so excited about it, man? I'm like, they're going back to the old glory days of how this actually should work.
Yeah,
they just put all the GUI on top of it and made it all gooey and shit.
Exactly. Yep. A good GUI ruined a lot of things. I'll tell you that. I worked at the library from 97 to 99, and we had a DOS-based search program for books that was good for across the province. You could type, and as fast as you typed, it would search. And they're like, you know what we need? We need a really good GUI on top of that. So they developed a graphical user interface. They changed the name, and all of a sudden, I used to be able to search for a book in less than a second, and now I was sitting there for a solid minute waiting for the search to go through, and it never got better.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Everything just piles on. It just makes everything slower. So if we can bloatware, everybody's got to have their shit in. So if we can make it decentralized and run it through relays and have it be basic, So back in 97-ish, I started taking C++ and computer science, and I was like, oh, this is just gross. Like, I kind of knew it already, and I was like, there's no future in this. And so I stopped.
You know what? I taught myself in 97, 98, 99, I taught myself HTML. I used to do web design, and that was fun, but
I could have been in coding since 97, starting with C++. I think I would have been doing all right today.
Sure. But whatever. You can't, it is what it is, right?
I just messed around with it on the back end until now. And that's why I'm sitting here trying to help people that know less than me. I don't claim to be a Bitcoin or crypto expert. I'm not a NOSTR expert by any means, but I know what I know, and I can help you get there. I can help you get to where I'm at. And if you want to go beyond that and learn more than I know, you're going to have to find somebody else. But I can get you a long ways. I can get you from 0 to where I am.
You guys did that with me. I know I've said it a few times, but with the Lightning wallet. So with Lightning last summer, I remember where I was, and you guys were all fucking, you wouldn't shut the hell up about Lightning wallet. And I'm like, I don't have time. I'm too busy. It's fucking summer. I got mowing. I got shit to do. And you're like, dude, it doesn't take that long. In like 5 minutes, you guys had me set up. And ever since, I haven't made a metric shit ton of money with Lightning, but I've done okay with it.
Yeah. Every single Satoshi you got, if Bitcoin goes from 28,000 to 50,000, doubled.
Right.
So it is what it is. Like right now we're throwing around fractions of a cent, but like I said, when Bitcoin hits $1 million, and I didn't say if, I said when, because it's math. When Bitcoin hits $1 million, a Satoshi is going to be a penny.
Right.
So now we're throwing around $5 instead of 5 cents.
Yeah. And recently has been, I think, a good time to get in. I mean, I'm no fucking expert, but things were
Been
low.
pretty good for the last 6 months or so, I'd say.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's yeah. I mean, what are the upsides to it? We you know, mostly free speech, right? There's going to be, I mean, you're going to be able to choose which platforms or relays to work through. So you're going to be able to choose your level of censorship or non-censorship.
Very true. Very true. And that functionality is coming quickly.
Right.
I think it's going to be something that as public adoption comes through, that's what the public's going to want. They're going to want to be able to choose, I am XYZ, I need, this is the content I want to see. And they're going to say, okay, here's checkbox, check these relays. I think this is what it's going to do. This is something I see in the future. Will it happen? I'm just a guy sitting in a camper in Tennessee. I don't know, but you were speaking to the fact of how quickly you can get it set up. Yeah. I offer half an hour free consultation on my website, 30 minutes for free. All you have to do is put your email address in, pick a time. If you send me a list of what you want to get done, if you want to get signed up for NOSTR and you want to set up a Lightning tip bot and you want to set up a Bitcoin wallet, we could probably accomplish all of that in half an hour for free. Like, it's just my time. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe we get some of it done, not all of it.
But it's a business, you know, you'll get people started, and but it's also a passion for Brian, and Brian does this kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, and I have an ebook that'll get you started from zero crypto knowledge to having Bitcoin in a wallet and knowing how to send it back and forth and how to recover your wallet. Like, it's stuff that I enjoy teaching, but I am not Michael Saylor. I'm not Jack Spirko when it comes to Bitcoin. I don't know as much as these people, but I know more than zero.
And here's the thing, okay? And this has not bugged me, but it's been an ongoing issue, of course. So if you listen, number one, to mainstream media, you know, crypto is the haven of, oh, hey, sounds like Mario. Did anybody else hear Mario?
That was my phone.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, you didn't even jump to get the coin. Man, that's crazy. So, you know, everybody says how scary it is. And then you saw what was the next NFTs or whatever. And right now there's a ton of big name YouTubers who, for lack of a better term, have scammed their followers by doing pump and dumps and that sort of thing. So that kind of shit's out there. However, people rip people off with US dollars every single day of the week. So the fact remains that this technology is here. You don't need to understand all of it to benefit from it. But what you do need to know is that hopefully this does exist outside of the mainstream system. And it is a way that if it ever comes down to it, and even if it doesn't, it's going to be a way that we can interact and do value for value without the oversight of Big Brother, if that all makes sense. Did I miss anything there, Brian?
Well, yeah. And I mean, people get into crypto and they're like, oh, I'm going to be all secret spy. What is it? Secret Squirrel? Is that the guy?
I don't know, but I started. Yeah.
But don't worry about it. If you're going to be taking fiat dollars, whether that's US or Canadian, and you're going to be changing it into Bitcoin, or you're going to be taking Bitcoin and changing it into fiat again, you're going to claim it. You're going to pay your taxes. You don't owe taxes until you sell it or you buy it. Well, no, until you sell it. So you could buy it all day long. And if you never do anything, you put it in a wallet and you just accumulate, you owe zero taxes until you sell it. And so don't worry about your taxes.
Yeah. Don't get fucking lost on that at all.
And don't worry about KYC, know your customer, putting your information in. Oh my God, the government's going to know I have Bitcoin. Don't worry. Just learn how to use it. The government ain't going to give a shit if you buy $50 in Bitcoin and you put some of it in Lightning and you go to TipBot, you send your friends some tips, and you buy a mug from Brian on the Lots Project with Lightning, and you dick around and you lost it all. You made some money. Who the fuck knows? You put $100 in. Get over yourself. The government doesn't give a shit about $100.
So, confession time, folks. The first 3 or 4 times I bought Bitcoin, I went to a Bitcoin bank machine in the mall, and I used an SMS service on my phone so that they wouldn't know where it was bought from or how it was bought, thinking.
And you paid like a 15% premium.
Oh, fuck. They burnt me bad. And I thought I was being so fucking smart. And I'm like,
I used to walk into those places. When I was working on gas pumps. I'd walk into the gas stations and I'd see the purchase price, and I'd open my phone and go, "Are you fucking kidding? I need to buy some of these goddamn Bitcoin ATMs."
But here's the thing, and this really is, it started, I mean, it was always a thing, but with Lightning, it has made it something just to fuck around money. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, yes and no. I mean, I'm not advocating anybody could ever go set up something completely anonymous, and if they don't need to onboard from fiat or back into fiat, that Lightning cannot be completely anonymous or Bitcoin can't be completely anonymous. I'm not going to be on a live stream telling you how to do that. But, I mean, fucking Google it.
But here's the thing.
You don't need to, though. There's going to be a point in time where you're going to want Bitcoin that you can say, I own this, and you're not going to want anybody to go, well, where the fuck did you get it?
And
it's the whole drug dealer scenario.
99% of the people who are going to onboard with this, all it really is an alternative payment platform that gives you some freedom on how you do it. Yes. And if you want more than that, go with it. But just fucking start with that. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, building a website and, back in the day, start with GeoCities and then, get somebody to design everything for you. Like just learn the onboarding, make it practical, because if you're just sitting there, again, it's like if all you're prepping for is a fucking EMP, you're not
well, here you go, Tim. Here's the example for you. I have 70 followers on NOSTR. I have 700 followers on Twitter. I got like 2,000 followers on Facebook, whatever. Like they're not huge followings, but significantly more than NOSTR. I've posted my Bitcoin supply formula mug, coffee mug. I have it in a coffee mug, ceramic mug, and an enamel mug like you do, the camping mug. I posted it on all my social medias across the board for sale for a couple weeks. I posted it on, and I made 0 sales. I have it on Etsy, tagged very well, 0 sales. I put it on NOSTR. I have 3 sales.
Right. You know what? I guess it's time to put these on NOSTR just to see what happens. Why not? Right. I can either do the patch of the month, or I can sell the back patches for, sell them for just a $10 fee, shipping included.
Well, yeah. And I do it. So how I did it is I know what the shipping, so I run them through Printify. That's what I do. I'm not going to bullshit. Yeah. I make the designs and I print them through Printify, but in the back end of Printify, I can do offline orders. Now I'm basically paying fiat out of my bank account for Lightning and Bitcoin on the back end. So there is an exchange there. Sure. So there is a tax consequence on my end, but the person basically says, hey, I'm in the United States. I say, okay, well, I know shipping to Texas is XYZ. It's $20. And I send them a Lightning invoice. They pay it. In the notes of the Lightning invoice, they give me the shipping address, and I put the order in and send it to them. They have to trust I'm going to send it to them. That comes with the nature of Lightning. You have to trust the people you're working with. But I also, if somebody doesn't trust me, I can send those 3 people that I received payment from and sent and say, hey, tell this guy I'm good. I'll send it, and you'll get your mug. Hunter posted a picture of the mug. He got it in his hand. Now I can say, hey, this guy got the mug.
Right. And it doesn't take very long to build trust like that. Like I said, you can kill it in a second, but 3 or 4 happy customers that repost. I mean, you could even do an incentive for it. You don't need to, but you could do an incentive to, hey, come
Absolutely.
back, post a picture. Be like, I'll post a picture and get 1,000 sats.
Well, I'm working on right now. I'm working on a guy that's trying to get a mug from Cuba. Well, he can't order it from Amazon, and he can't order it from Printify, and he can't order it on the web. But I'm trying to figure out how I can get his shipping address, and if I can ship him one, and he can pay me in Lightning.
There you go.
We're working on it. We're trying to figure it out. We're working on NOSTR to circumvent embargoes, or has that been canceled?
Well, I was going to say, I know a guy who lives in Canada, so I could probably hook you up with that because that doesn't work here. So,
Correct.
In theory, from what I've heard, and I'll introduce you to that dude. So,
well,
anyway.
I mean, I have never driven to Ontario and bought Cuban cigars. I would never do that. I mean, it isn't like the Prime Minister is the guy's son. Wait, did I say that out loud?
For years, people used to fly from the United States to Canada and then Canada to Cuba. So there you go. Anyway, you know what? We've done really well. Anything you want to pile on here, Brian, before we shut down? Poor James. I know we did. He did good. You did very well there, Mr. Gingerbread Farms.
What do I want to add? I don't know. Go to thelotsproject.com and check out cryptocurrency or free whatever 30 minutes. You want to talk about crypto. You want to talk about living in an RV on the road. You want to talk about homesteading. You want to just do mastermind brainstorming on a problem you got. I'm cool. 30 minutes for free. You just sign up, put your email address in, and pick something on the calendar. And I launched my Cemetery Explorers Club recently. Just getting blog posts up for that. I hang out in cemeteries. That's another weird shit I do. I do crypto and cemeteries. So,
and feet pictures.
Oh, we got banned on pretty much every place doing feet pictures, but we still do barefoot living and grounding and stuff like that. But
I still don't get it. But anyway, that's another story for another night. So, how about you, James? You're just getting started, and we really didn't talk a whole hell of a lot about what your journey's been. But where the hell do people find you, and what are you up to?
5'9".
Well, that's not bad.
I didn't know they piled shit that high.
Oh, good one. There, I knew something was coming. But I've got kind of a YouTube channel started because last time I was on here, the host beat me over the head and told me I should be doing this.
Do you know? Okay, I just got to back up one quick. I don't want to cut you off. Here's the deal. Everybody always says I do that. It's not that. That's I think that's what people take away from our conversations, just for the record. So
wait. I was reading comments. What did he say that you do?
I beat him over the head and told him he should be making content.
Well, you told me I should post videos on Facebook Reels, and now I have a 1.1 million view reel. So
I don't know. Someday. So James, but you're fucking doing it, right, brother?
Kind of, sort of. Yeah, sure. Working on it.
How's it going?
Like we were talking earlier today, I didn't post what I've been doing for the past couple of days because I don't know if it's legal, and I don't want the men in costumes to come to my house.
There is that. When you live in this gray world, there's a lot of things that you question if you want to put out there. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, no, it's true. I did a video on backfeeding a generator, and I didn't catch near as much flack as I thought I would, but I felt it needed to be out there. So it's out there, and there'll be another one coming before too long. So
yeah.
So yeah, whatever. I get it though. I do. Everybody has their own comfort level. You got
good content though with the freeze dryer stuff, the farm stuff you got going on. That puppy, man. Start an account. Start doing crusher videos. You will do good. I promise you.
Yeah, everybody seems to love him.
Videos, do shorts of crusher in the truck for sure, and around the farm. You can bleed that out for years.
Well, I did a short of Crusher trying to pull the truck about a week ago. So
I saw the picture, but I didn't see the video yet.
And then there's he's twice as big now. He's a week older and he's twice as big. And I'm gonna keep doing short ones like that. He'll eventually move that truck.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So,
You keep doing videos of Crusher. You do your freeze dryer stuff is really good when you're talking about what you're putting in, what you're taking out, stuff like that, and stuff around the farm. Just keep posting. It's gonna suck. You're gonna post. You're gonna get like 3 views on everything for fucking months. You're gonna be like, this is stupid. Why the fuck am I wasting my time? And then all of a sudden you're gonna get 150 views on one. You're gonna be like,
yep.
What the hell happened?
Actually, so this is
a whole 150 views, man. You're gonna be like,
yeah, my shorts do that.
It gets
but
exciting.
especially when I blow up my truck. For some reason, everybody likes to watch the wheels fly off my truck.
Oh yeah,
but
of course they do.
Yeah, but then pictures of my ducks, videos of my ducks, they don't care.
Oh no, they will. They will. The dog. #dog. #dogs.
Oh, I don't really do anything in the notes. That was one of the things I wanted to learn from you guys, but we got going on this as of last week. We set this up over a month and a half ago, and you found NOSTR last week, and now here we are. But a lot of what the YouTube thing is I forget where I've come from, and because like I'll spend 2 months on a project, complete that project, and it's just part of my life now, moving on, and I forget that I've done so much, and it's something where me and the kids will be able to look back and like, well, we did accomplish all this stuff. The house wasn't always this, so
that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got 5 years of building on this farm. So
it's leaving something for your kids to watch. It's leaving something for your kids watch. It's leaving something for people that never even met you that are like, hey, I wonder what this dude did in 2020. And they can look back and say, oh, look, this dude did this, and now in 2022 he got this dog. Oh wait, it's 2023. I don't even know what year it is. Sorry, guys.
But it's true. And look at you. I'll go on videos routinely, just grab a random video on YouTube to watch, and it'll be 10, 12 years old at this point, and you wonder, it whatever, but there's lots of people who are no longer with us that have tons of content on there that it's going to live long beyond them. And like you said, it's a memory, and it's a legacy. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you put a bikini on, you'll do awesome, James. Don't worry.
Apparently.
Oh, yes. Yeah. There we go.
Haas says it works for women fishing, so you're probably right. So how do they find you, James? Where are you on YouTube?
I'm Gingerbread Farms on YouTube. That's about it.
Perfect. And I got your link and Brian's link in the description for tonight. So make sure, everyone, you go and follow all of them. Make sure you do. And take Brian up on his half-hour free session. No, just kidding. Yeah. Give him a go and follow him. So, guys, I appreciate everyone. I love the comments. I didn't know for sure where this was going to go tonight, and I think it was very, very helpful. So thanks for sticking with us. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and have a great week.